What is happening, everybody, and welcome to today's video. I'm in the same t-shirt as the last book episode, Jesus Christ, but these are recorded on the same day, so I guess it makes sense that I'm in the same t-shirt. But anyway, today, as the title probably suggests, this is my April, I think it is. Yeah, it is April, right? Yeah, I just had to look at my calendar just to clarify. But this is my April book haul now. I went out and bought 4 new books, and the 5th book in this is kind of new that I haven't really read yet, but I bought it this year, or the end of last year, I can't remember. I'm such a bad person. These books are ones that I've been told to read, or I've been looking at in a little bit more depth to try and get me back into reading, because I've not been doing a lot of reading. I've been in a reading slump. I need a good book to kind of rekindle that love. So the first book in this list is Dark Places by Gillian Flynn. Now, I have got Gone Girl in my shelf as well that I haven't read, but I've seen the film, which I think might kind of ruin the book for me, but I'm still going to give it a try when I can. But Dark Places is one of the books that I've been looking at as well by Gillian Flynn. Now, she does have another one called Sharp Objects, which, if I like this book, I might jump and get. But this one I looked at specifically because the film was released last year for it, I think it was, or the year before. I'm really bad with these things, I'm sorry. Glenn bought it on DVD and I said, please don't make me watch it, I want to read the book first. This follows the life of Libby Day, who at 7 years old, I looked at the blurb, her family were killed, and her evidence pinned her 15-year-old brother Ben as the killer. Libby has lived her life for 24 years, and all of a sudden a group come along saying that there may be evidence that may support the fact that Ben is not the person who killed her family. Now, this leads to the investigation being opened up again and Libby having to go through the whole ordeal of her family's death and such a tragic event at such a young age. She finds out that there was a lot of secrets and a lot of mystery surrounding her family. This is the kind of book that would totally grip me into wanting to read more. Because it's mystery, it's a thriller, it's dark, hence the title, but it just sounds really, really good, and I'm very excited to read this. And then afterwards I may watch the film and then do maybe a comparison video between the book and the film. I feel like that might be a good one to do. Now, the second book that I bought is 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher. Now this, as you can tell, I'm already reading because me and my mum have started watching the Netflix TV show, and that's the cover that I've got for it, the Netflix TV show cover thing. I wanted to read the book at the same time as watching the series just to see how it compared. In actual fact, the book is totally different in the sense that it all happens on one night in the book, whereas in the TV show it's stretched over like a period of time because it's night and then it's day and then it's night and then it's day and then it's night and then it's day. The story centres on Clay Jensen, who receives a package at his front door one day which contains a series he receives a package which contains a bunch of tapes that he has to listen to, and these tapes are spoken tapes by a girl called Hannah Baker, who recently committed suicide. Now, this series of tapes reveals the run-up to Hannah's death and the people that affected her life to the point where she had to commit suicide. The people who listen to these tapes are the people who are mentioned in the tapes, and if the people don't listen to Hannah and they don't listen to the whole tapes and then follow her instructions, there is a repercussion that there is a copy of the tapes and they will be leaked in a public manner so that everyone's dirty laundry will be aired to the public. So it's so interesting to read and to kind of piece together a puzzle of a girl who had such shit luck in a sense that of the things that happened to her and stuff. But you kind of feel for Clay at the same time because he's like, what have I done? I'm nice guy Clay. I've never done anything to hurt her. I barely knew her, in fact. And it's just so gripping and intriguing that in one day I've read like 130 pages. It's insane. And I might do the same with this as I might do with Dark Places. I may read this, watch the TV show, and then make a comparison video. The third book I bought was Assassin's Creed: The Secret Crusade, and this, if you've watched my top 5 video, you probably noticed that there is another Assassin's Creed book in there as well, but this focuses heavily on Altair, who is the first assassin in the franchise of games as well. So it kind of follows him becoming an assassin, what the assassins are all about, the whole debacle with the assassins and the Templars, and it's something which I find I would really enjoy because I'm a huge Assassin's Creed fan and I need to read more of these books. So Oliver Bowden, I'm on your tail with these books, son. Now the fourth book that I bought was The Book Thief by Markus Zusak. Now I have heard a lot of good things about this book, and it's not the type of book I would read because it's so goddamn thick, because I lose interest halfway through and then I can't read more. It's like with the Order of the Phoenix, the Harry Potter book. I had to read that like 3 times to get through the whole book. I would get halfway through and then get a little bit bored, and then I'd lose interest because it was so long and it was going on for too long, and then I would go back to it at a later date. And then one time I sat down and I was like, yeah, I gotta read this, I gotta get through it, and I did, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So hopefully with The Book Thief I will enjoy it to the point that I'll be able to talk about it a little bit more on the channel. The intriguing thing about this book, in fact, is the setting. Now, it's set in World War II in Nazi Germany. The Book Thief focuses on the German reality of things. The book follows a young girl who is sent to a town to a family as a refugee. Now, the family bring her in with open arms. They introduce her to books, and they love her and they feed her and they care for her. Through this book, I believe, she starts learning about what is actually going on in Germany and the atrocities the Nazis are kind of doing. I don't know, I feel like I might enjoy this book. And the other intriguing thing is, this book is narrated by Death. The first line of the book, in fact, is, "Here is a small fact. You are going to die." Well, shit. I am super stoked to read this book, and I will definitely be putting up on Twitter when I'm reading it, so if you guys don't follow me on social media, all of the links to my Twitter, my Instagram, my Facebook, all that will be down below, so you can go and check them out. Now, the last book that I'm going to talk to you about was a recommendation by Catatonic Gaming and Sin in Chaos. These guys love this author, and they told me to read his books because they were so different and inventive, and it's fucking huge. Look at it! Now, this is House of Leaves by Mark Z. Danielewski, and it's so thick. It is so big. It, like, that's my hand in comparison to the book. I started reading this, I didn't get very far through it because the pages are so big, and you have to really think about what you're, like, reading, because some of these pages be fucked up, but, and it flits between two kind of things. It flits between the present day character and also this thing called the Navidson Report, which I've not really got into yet, and I couldn't really tell you much about this book. It's very, very popular online with the online fandom, and I think this book actually began online as like drafts that Danielewski kind of put up online, and the fans loved it so much they wanted him to put it together in a book, so he did. And a lot of people really fucking love this book, and it's got so many critics, but it's got so many lovers at the same time. There's loads of pictures and strange fucking pages which make you flick back to previous pages and flick forward to new pages. Like, what the fuck is this? I'm reading sideways, boy. And like, there's loads of different fucking pages which are like weird and stuff like that, and you really need to think about. It's really inventive in the sense, so I was actually really stoked when I got this. It cost me quite a lot of money as well, full price, so I would definitely say to check out like bargain websites or second-hand book websites or something if you really wanted to get into it. Well, I guess if you're into inventive novels and stuff like that, you'd probably be interested in reading it. That was my book haul for this month, so I got The Book Thief, The Secret Crusade, 13 Reasons Why, Dark Places, and House of Leaves by Mark Z. Danielewski. And if you guys would like to see more book haul videos or haul videos in general, then please let me know. I would be very, very happy to do so. After I've done all this book shit, I should do like a review, or I should do like a yearly thing where I pick like the best books and the worst books and then tell you why and stuff. But if you guys would like any recommendations or have any recommendations for books I should pick up, please let me know in the comment section down below, or direct message me on Twitter, or my links to social medias will be in the description, y'all. So thank you guys for watching yet again. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hit the like button if you did. Subscribe to me if you're brand new here. I mean, if you want to, you don't have to. It's not necessary, but it would be really, really nice to do so. So thank you very much. Bye. Love you. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you guys in the next episode.